Patton. We're in Polk County Magistrate Court. It is December 2nd, 2024, and it's 10:19 a.m. This is the date and time set for a forcible entry and detainer hearing in case number SCSC733918, McAfee Realty versus Caitlin Boland and parties in possession. For the plaintiff, Representative Roberta McAfee is present and is representing herself. The defendant, Ms. Boland, is present and is represented by her attorney, Caitlin Noah. The court would just note that an original notice was filed by the plaintiff.
I'd like to approach for the purposes of offering Exhibit C into evidence.
You may.
Kate, can you tell me what this is a photo of?
My bed.
Okay, and who took this photo?
I did.
And what is pictured in the photo?
A snake.
What's the video of? Kate?
Snake is oh,
Did you record that video?
my son.
Your son recorded that video. Do you know where the snake went after that video was recorded?
No.
Around what time of year was that video taken?
In the summer. Beginning of the middle of summer.
Exhibit H into evidence.
You may.
Can you tell me what this is a picture of?
It's a picture of some money orders. It said I have the rest of the rent. And I said, do we ever figure out anything with the snake situation? They're everywhere down there.
Okay, so who was this a message to?
Chris at McAfeeRealty.com.
And was this an agent of your landlord?
Yeah, he works in the office. I'm not sure.
Okay. And when was this message sent?
It's the 20th.
August 20th. Okay.
Any objection to J?
I have no record of receiving this email.
Let me get the video.
What I'll do, I'm going to admit J subject to the objection. I'll give it what weight it thinks appropriate. So I'll admit it for now.
For the office of purposes of admitting exhibit F, proposed exhibit. Can I ask that the court publish this video?
All right, and this is F. All right, we're playing F.
What up, man? Oh, I thought you were ready for the snake. Like for a snake then? Or just the...
You have snakes?
Wait.
You do? Can I see you?
Yeah.
You want to see me?
Okay, a bucket. Right here.
And what was that a video of?
That was the first time anybody ever came.
So, who was recording the video?
I was.
And who was it, what was the video interaction? Who were the people in the interaction?
He was the maintenance man, for McAfee real estate.
for the purposes of offering exhibit E into evidence of issues.
You may.
I appreciate your patience. Is that our proposed exhibits? Can you tell me what these 3 pages are depicting?
Me emailing the councilman, emailing me back.
When you say councilman, who is this a councilman of?
Joe Gatto.
What council is he on? And what does the email chain show the communication being?
With me and Joe. Sent me exhibits initially, and emailed back and said, I'm sure to do this. And then I said, me either. And then, he got all involved, the city inspector. And then, no, he got, Roberta involved. And then Roberta had stated that, they reported that they were not aware of these issues until they saw a social media post about a 3-day deal on, November. Well, the date, the very long, I think. I didn't believe the date.
I think we're okay. But I did notice that I didn't give the entirety of Exhibit E. There are a few more pages attached. But again, within this, they're really to be the same email chain.
Yeah. We needed help multiple ways. The maintenance portal, in person, talk to her in person, like have a long conversation with her. All the skin on my fingers were falling off.
When you say her, is that?
Roberta.
Okay.
Yeah. So I believe you had a rigorous return. Out of respect to you.
Do you have the resources to move at the time?
No.
In your car versus the bed in your home?
Yeah.
Did you prefer to sleep in your car upon moving in April 23?
No.
Why do you prefer to sleep in the car now?
Things only nuisance.
Or is it the attendance?
Any objection to E?
No.
All right, E's admitted.
The initial April portal submission, which is Exhibit G, has a second page in the PDF version. I'd like to know how the court would like to handle this, if you'd like to treat it as a separate exhibit or see if it can be determined.
So she just has a second page.
It's just the second page that wasn't, the hard copy wasn't given
Oh,
out.
okay. Would you be able to provide it to Ms. McAfee?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, can you tell me where the red marks came from?
For me,
And it looks like this may be cut off. Was this an attachment to a screenshot?
yeah, it was a screenshot.
Okay, and what was the screenshot of?
They're buying the portal.
Okay. Does this indicate that they received the portal submission?
Yes.
Okay. And does there seem to be a response from their landlord in that as well?
Yes, it says answer any of my client's calls. They don't tangle with the snakes. Your patience is appreciated.
Okay, so in this message, do you understand that your landlord would be dealing with the snakes at that time?
Yes.
Did they end up dealing with the snakes?
No.
I'd like to offer the rest of Exhibit G into evidence.
Any objection to page 2 of Exhibit G?
No.
All right, so I'll admit that, and it'll just be,
What is this a picture of?
That is a picture of the day when someone came. Roberta emails me and says my concrete guy is finishing a job this morning and has time to come plug holes at your basement. Can you get in? And I said the holes are on the outside and my son is home. Well, I'm sick today. I'll be off around 3:30. What time are they thinking? So I could accommodate first.
And how quickly did you respond?
I believe an hour later, maybe two, to be fair.
Do you have any issue with the maintenance person coming to your unit with Roberta with 24 hours notice?
Absolutely not. This wasn't even, I didn't even get a 24-hour notice. They were just, she just asked if she could send in that morning.
Okay. What ended up happening?
He came later that day. I went back to the house and he came and we were plugging in holes.
Okay. Was that the same day as the video?
Yes, same day. The only,
Since your home has been infested with these snakes, have you been able to get good sleep at night?
no.
What have you done to mitigate that?
In my room,
Why do you think that
I take them in.
Okay. Do you witness the snakes at night? Can you say that to the mic?
Yes.
And how do you witness that at night?
I see them.
Where do you see them?
Anywhere. I'm seeing them in the bathroom, in my bedroom, in the kitchen. I don't go in the basement anymore. I didn't know that you're not upstairs.
Okay. How is your son sleeping at night?
My son is now at his dad's.
Okay. Why is he at his dad's?
Because of this. Please.
Okay. Is your daughter living with you any longer?
No.
And why is that?
Because of the snake.
Okay. When was the last time you used your stove?
I didn't use it since that snake was in there. I've always been really scared of like snakes and bugs.
Going up to the wood stove?
Today I had to get email to Roberta with the video attached.
Okay, so that was your September email to Roberta.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you haven't used your stove since September.
No.
Where have you, when you heard that Roberta wanted to enter your home with 24 hours notice, is that something that you were going to push against?
No.
Okay. Do you remember speaking to Roberta in June?
The emails from the previous conversation.
Do you remember speaking to Roberta in June?
I do, and then we also talked about, she was helping a tenant too, he was an older man and she had moved him in with her, because his wife had filed a restraining order on him and she was helping him. Like the problem, like I had mentioned the snakes, she's like, I don't mess with the snakes. and then it got rejected to this guy.
Okay, so the conversation in June didn't lead to any resolution?
I have not had anybody come until the November day as a meeting tonight. This is the first time anyone came to this things, anybody.
Apply to the motion.
I have Iowa Code Ordinance, Section 60-106 concerning infestation.
Okay, so we'll admit 1 and 2. And then ma'am, did you want to testify in reply to the motion? If you do, I'll just place you under oath.
Okay.
All right, do you want to raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
So now you can tell me more about what you wanted to say.
We received her work order for mice and snakes on April 25th. We did send out our pest control guy for mice because mice left unchecked cause a lot of damage to the electronics, to the furnace. We have never dealt with snakes before. Honestly, didn't know what to do with them. I didn't realize they were that bad. I didn't realize that, I really honestly thought once we got rid of the mice, the snakes would have no food source and they would be gone. Bad as I have asked Kate, she is obviously very distressed. I asked her why she didn't move. Snakes in a house, I would have been gone. She took it all out of context and got really upset with me. She is on a month-to-month lease. That's something I don't think, snakes in a house, I don't think any landlord would, any judge would hold a resident to their lease if they had that type of thing. At this point that we are going to be able to do to make that house comfortable for her to live in. I have contacted the snake removal company that she hired. They will not come back. I contacted 2 other companies, one of which did email me back, the other one did not. Bring a jackhammer over and bust up the basement floor because she is convinced there is a den under the basement floor. I don't know. I've never dealt with snakes. I don't know how, we normally keep them out once they get in. This is all a new learning experience, and I will have to have a professional in order to get this taken care of. Again, the property has a waterproofing system that goes around the base of the basement, so there's a crack. That can't be filled. So if the snakes are going down there, we're going to have to figure out some other way, because if we fill the waterproofing system, then we're going to have water in our basement. The snake skins on the outside, snake skins, if there are dens in the backyard, that's something that's a little easier to deal with. I hope the snakes inside are, honestly, I have grabbers for snakes. They're about 2 foot long so that I can grab them because I'm scared of. I can deal with rodents and bats and rats and mice, but snakes, I guess, scare me.
Is that a maintenance personnel for the mice? When was that?
We sent him out on April 26th, and we put the property on a 1-year contract.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought that you just testified that she told you about her divorce in June.
I don't know when she told her husband and daughter, I don't know when that was.
Okay. So you're not sure when that was, but
No, I'm sorry.
do you, okay. But you recall speaking to my client sometime this summer?
Yes,
And you do recall seeing the dried up baby snakes in the bucket in her home, correct?
correct.
Client is responsible in any way for attracting garter snakes into her home.
I don't think anybody would do that on purpose, no.
Okay. And as you testified, you wouldn't be comfortable living in that situation. What do you think the house is worth if you wouldn't live there?
The issue needs to be taken care of. She
I'm
needs,
sorry, that wasn't the answer to the question. What do you believe the unit is worth in rent if you don't feel comfortable living there?
that would be every person's, if you're not afraid of snakes, it would be worth,
To you, I'm asking you, would you say 0?
I'm not the one renting the property.
All right, and then ma'am, do you want to say any longer for a snake? For somebody to come out for the snakes?
Not something we normally deal with.
I just wanted to clarify, so, you agree that you received the portal submission in April 25th? You sent someone for the mice, but admittedly you didn't send anyone for the snakes.
No.
You spoke, again, you just mentioned in June. And, yes. That would,
All right, and then ma'am, do you have any argument for the
I,
motion?
in order to remedy a problem, the resident can only withhold rent if they let the landlord know that there's an issue, and they put the money in a bank account so that when the problem is resolved, they can make the payment. I would say that this is a